looking ahead to the quarterfinals, do you see any upsets happening there? Because we have quite a lot of
Well,
matchups.
well, first of all, I'm really eager. I'm waiting for Nigeria versus Zambia because I think this is a reputation of last tournament third place playoff where Zambia beat, I think, Nigeria 2-1, and Zambia got their first continental, medal in that game. But if you look at the tournament so far, I'd say that it's been a good tournament. We have seen 45 goals in this tournament after 18 games. That means, in as much as someone might argue that ladies football, they never score many goals, but 45 goals in 18 games, that's like 2.5 goals in a game. So it shows that their goals are being scored in this competition. And also, we've seen a player from Morocco has already scored 4 goals. A player from Senegal already has 4 goals. And even Barbara Banda is also scoring goals. So the tournament is so far, for me, is a good tournament. And I'm also being impressed by South Africa. South Africa scored 7 goals in this competition. But what impresses me with them is that out of the 7 goals have come from 7 players. What does that mean? Is that they don't rely on a single player to score for them goals as other teams would do. So that means a defender can come up with goals, a striker can come up with goals. So they have kind of distributed their goals among the team. That to me make me put them as favorites. Of course, you can talk about Nigeria, one of the more I think the most successful country in this in Wafcon. Morocco as the host, they were beaten last in 2022 by South Africa. They would really want this time as they host again to win it. So I'm waiting to see Nigeria versus Zambia, Morocco versus Mali. Should be interesting, and I can't wait.
Joshua, you mentioned something earlier where we're seeing a lot of goals in this tournament, and you broke it down to basically 2.5 goals per match. Now, we've also seen a lot of these women basically rising to the occasion and delivering on the pitch. But for you, who has been your player of the tournament so far to watch?
There's a player for Morocco. Let me get her name well. Gizlane Chebak. Yeah, Gizlan Chebak, who already has 4 goals in this tournament.
Champions League finalist.
And then Yes. So for me, she's been a standout player for in this tournament, and of course for Morocco. And even in the build-up to the tournament, everybody was talking. Football pundits who follow the women football in Africa were talking about her as one of the players to watch in this tournament. So for me, she's one of those players who has stood out for me. And there's a player from Senegal called Ndiaye. I've forgotten the other name, but Ndiaye, who's also scored 4 goals in this tournament. Of course, even Barbara Banda. You can't talk about African football without mentioning Barbara Banda. So the 3 have stood out for me.
Now, we've seen where there has been an increase in the prize money, $1 million for the winner. Do you think that's maybe enough money or maybe too little to drive any real change in women's football in Africa?
I think women football is growing as we go. I think there's a year that Megan Rapinoe of the United States of America had a bit of altercation with the U.S. president then. I think President Trump when she demanded or she asked for equal pay for men football and footballers and ladies footballers to have equal pay. So women football keeps on growing. And I'm very happy that CAF have increased the winners' money for this competition. So as we go along, in as much as it might look small or a little money for at the moment, but we continue growing. Even the next tournament will have an increment in the prize money.